What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Okay guys, got one for you today. With level 55 dropping, you're going to need as many of those character fragments as you can to work the stat stream and move up to get yourself additional stats. So Battle Tower is now more important than ever. If you have been slacking on it, shame on you. Get back on there and get that tower done. Now, Battle Tower, it goes up to level 50 right now. I'm going to show you guys how to complete the last stage, which is the most difficult, but also gives you the most amount of fragments, which is 30 a pop. You guys see here, I just finished it on my free-to-play. So I'm going to show you guys the setup and the fight. I just completed the fight. I'm working my way backwards here to show you my setup, make sure it worked, and it did. So here is how you want to approach it. This is the team that I'm using, okay? You can use Tifa as your main debuffer. That's what she's there for. Cloud is going to be your main DPS. You want to make sure you give her Somersault. You want to make sure you give him Cross Slash. Do not give him a summon. It does absolutely no damage on the Iron Giant, and it's extremely important that you guys do physical damage on that Iron Giant, okay? And then lastly, Aerith is actually going to remove her healing winds, and we're going to give her Debrave as well as Hellfire. This Hellfire is going to be used specifically for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to hit one of the elements on either side of the Iron Giant. You don't have to use Hellfire. You can use Diamond Dust or Whiteout or Radiant Plume, but whatever you decide to go with, make sure it's either fire or ice. Doesn't matter. Again, I decided to go with Hellfire. Now I'm gonna dig a little deeper here with my setup, and you guys can see here I'm running with 113k. The fight itself was 180 something. It was easily doable, so I'm going to show you guys what I did. So I have level 5 Somersault, not even level 6, have that equipped. Leather gloves are going to be your best friend here. If you don't have them, it's going to make the fight a little more difficult. So if you don't have them, put Debrave on Tifa instead of Aerith, or run them both with 2 Debraves. It doesn't matter. Either way, have Debrave available. But leather gloves, what it ends up doing is reducing the physical attack of the opponent up to high potency, so very, very powerful for this fight. And then the Kaiser gloves here are specifically here just to reduce magic attack, really aren't required whatsoever in this fight. This can be replaced with anything else that does DPS, and I highly recommend you actually do in fact replace leather gloves as your down here is your secondary weapon, and put your main DPS gloves over here that are non-elemental physical damage. So Sonic Strikers is a prime example for Tifa. So this could be your secondary weapon, and this could be Sonic Strikers could be your main weapon. That would actually optimize Tifa even more than what I have, but it shows you more obviously how easy it is to beat it if you even have non-optimized setup. So I have the Rune Blow, I have Runera, and then I have Fyra, which really is useless in this fight. Again, I use it just for the ads. I'm going to skip the ads in this fight and go straight to the Iron Giant, by the way. So if you have questions about the ads themselves, let me know. Now you guys can see here from a stats perspective, she's close to 5k HP. Very important. Only 1.3k for physical. Actually has higher magic attack, which is, again, is useless in this fight. And don't worry about the rest of the heals and stuff, right? Sub equipment, I've got 1000 waves for HP. I've got attack with the Torn Wings, and I've got Shiva's blade here to just give more HP. Again, that's all it's about, is just HP for her, and that's really, she's here to debuff, but you can make her more DPS ready if you give her better gloves. So again, Sonic Strikers comes to mind for this, would make this fight way easier. All right, moving over to Cloud. Now this is going to be your main DPS. Murasami's here for the physical attack buff. Buster Sword is for the HP and the Braver. Really, that's all you need it for. Also, bring the X Sigil, by the way. You're not even going to go through a Sigil break mode. It's just in case you ever have to, but I haven't gone through it every time I've done this fight. So Cross Slash is going to be your best friend here for DPS. Bring that for the Iron Giant. I have Blizzard Blow here just for one of the opposite elements. So we have Hellfire obviously for the Cerulean, but so you still need to bring Ice or Fire element, the opposing element, for one of the other elements that are going to resist whatever limit break you bring for your summon. So in this case, I'm bringing Hellfire, so Cloud's going to bring ice damage to take care of the other element on the other side. And you'll see in the fight why this is important. So we have that. We have Water, only specifically for the stats. It's 2.5% extra physical attack. My materia sucks on my free-to-play account. And then this is also here for the attack, 3.2 for my Lightning Breach. Again, we'll have zero use in terms of actual utility, but you guys can see here from stats, he's got 1.853 physical attack. If you can push this higher, that's even better. So sub-equipment, Parasol for a little bit of HP. We've got Zweinhänder for a little bit of attack. And then we've got the Bald Eagle for the physical attack, which is what's pushing this a little higher there. And then that pretty much settles Cloud. And again, you'll see in the fight when I explain it why it's important to have Cross Slash over everything else. And then lastly, Aerith here, okay? We've got Fairy Tail, Mithril Rod. Mithril Rod really doesn't play a role here. I just always have it equipped. I barely even use it, to be quite honest with you. In this fight, it's mostly Fairy Tail that's being done. Hellfire is here to take care of one of the elements on either side of the Iron Giant. In this case, it's going to be the Cerulean element, which is the ice element. Hellfire is there to reduce its HP. I have Rune Ice, again, for the opposing element, and then Debrave. Make sure one of your units have Debrave. Doesn't matter if it's the 1-star or the 2-star. I could have put the 2-star here, to be honest. Probably would have been smarter because it has better stats. But hey, you know what? I didn't need it, so it doesn't really matter. Here we go. We'll equip it. Again, I'll go back to what I did originally, so just so you guys can see the same stats, okay? This is what I had. So we have the level 1 Debrave. Put the level 2 one on if you want on Cloud as well. He'll help out. Doesn't really matter. Okay, sub-equipment, Solid Bazooka for HP, Nameless for HP, Ifrit Sword for HP. And there you guys have it. You guys can see the main stats for her as well. 4.6k HP. Really, heal is the only thing that really matters, and HP. Everything else is irrelevant. But bring a little bit of physical DPS with you. That's why I have this here. Oh, not this, sorry. What was I going to say? Oh, you want to bring the strike for once. If you want to, you can take Mithril Rod out and bring the striking staff for physical damage in case you need to throw in that little bit of extra DPS at the end against the Iron Giant. But with that being said, guys, let's get into the actual fight. You guys can see how it's done. I'll be right back. Alright guys, here we are, level 50 of the Battle Tower, back to another Astral Iron Giant. So this one is a little different than the last time. This one here is going to involve you to actually have a little bit more strategy in the way you approach this fight. So these two elements on the sides, there's a Cerulean and a Fire element. Your goal is to bring either Diamond Dust or Hellfire. Cast it as soon as you can. Iron Giant's going to take no damage at all from it, and neither is the opposing element, but the element that it is weak against is going to probably go a little bit to like 60 to 50% of HP, and then you want to keep it that way. Then your next focus is to make sure you debrave the Astral Giant and reduce its attack as much as you possibly can, and focus on getting the other element back to half health, okay? So extremely important, guys, because what ends up happening in this fight is the Iron Giant continues to buff himself with, or gets buffed, I should say, sorry, not buff himself, with, and then does Helm Splitter the entire fight with some basic attacks. So you may want to focus on him originally, but you don't want to actually do that. What you want to do is you want to reduce the health of these elements down to half each, and then what will end up happening is you'll blow them up one at a time, and then one will take care of the other. So the opposing element that you have, not like you don't have the proper summon for, go ahead and start attacking that, okay, and get it down. And then with Tifa here, or whoever has Debrave, doesn't matter if it's Tifa or whoever you bring, just make sure that you continue to Omni Strike or reduce the damage that this opposing the Iron Giant does, right? So very important to make sure that you guys bring your A game in terms of targeting, because you're going to need to go back and forth quite a bit here. Okay, that's enough of the element. Now go back to here, debrave him quickly and reduce this, okay? So go back here, Omni Strike, and you're going to continue doing this little process for quite some time, all right? So we're going to go ahead and defend this. Here it comes. So what'll end up happening, guys, when he's close to about like 60% health and almost ready to do his special, you're going to switch back to focusing on the elements and then blowing them up, okay? Very important to do that part. Don't worry about all this extra jazz. It's not a big deal. You guys can do a somersault if you want to reduce the physical and magical damage that you do on it, but again, magical doesn't do anything to it anyway, so don't worry too much. Just focus on reducing his health as much as you possibly can. Keep your limit breaks available to you and get ready for Omni Strike here to reduce the damage more. There it is, the physical attack up. You guys saw that. It happened right there. Get everybody topped off. Use Tifa again. He's going to do Helm Splitter very soon after this attack right here. Again, use Tifa to do the, if you have her, obviously, use her to do the attack down. Sorry guys, trying to talk and do this at the same time. Oh, it's never easy. Okay, here we go. Attack down. Helm Splitter coming up. And after the next Helm Splitter, get ready to start going in on damage on the Iron Giant. And then you're going to cast, okay, you're going to cast yourself your Hellfire when it's ready, okay? To reduce the Cerulean down, and then the Cerulean's going to blow up and take care of the other one for you. So just wait till he does Helm Splitter again, then blow them up, okay? So don't do it just yet. Keep everybody topped off. That's going to be your main goal. Okay, you guys have the buff here from the dungeon. So save everything right now. Do not... Okay, get everybody topped off. Again, use Tifa here. Omni Strike this. You would ideally want to do Omni Strike one more time to reduce it even further. Okay, let's go one more time. Defend. Get ready to heal. Perfect. Okay, when he's ready to do his move right there, this is where you want to cast this, okay? This is going to reduce the amount of all buffs that he has, okay? So this is a very important part. So you can see here, Hellfire will most likely either kill the Cerulean or get it low enough where it's going to blow up on its own. And if it doesn't, make sure you target it ASAP and reduce its health like crazy fast, okay? Because you don't want that move to pop off and kill you. Okay, here we go. Explosion, this is what you want to see. Okay, it's going to explode. All his buffs are gone. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Now this one's going to explode next. Okay, so switch back to offense here. Let this move go off. Okay, don't worry about it. Just defend. Okay, there's a physical down. Just defend against this. Heal up ASAP. He's going to go short fuse next. And then you want to throw in as much damage as you possibly can, okay, to reduce this incoming damage. There's short fuse, okay? So you're going to now play the limit game where you're going to have to heal up here and then use the limit breaks accordingly, okay? So everyone needs to DPS properly here. It's going to matter a lot, guys. So when he starts casting, do your first limit right there. Let this play through. Do not cast your second limit. It's very important you let this play through, okay? You want to, again, do as much damage as you can, but make him recast that long cast. Very, very important to do that. Go to Cloud. Next move. Again, let him recast that. Very important again, okay? To survive these attacks. Now go to Aerith. Just DPS, DPS, DPS. Defend. Okay, get ready to heal. Again, go in, Braver, and DPS. You might get this last second, you might not. Hopefully you do, and there it is, guys, okay? So very, very important to follow those steps. There it is, level 50 done. Hope you guys have some good luck with it. Now with level 55 dropping tonight, this is a great thing to finish because it's going to give you guys additional things such as the character fragments, right? There it is, 30, 30, 30, 30 across the board. The only one you're not getting here, unfortunately, is Sephiroth, which sucks, but you have everybody else's. This will help you push the level 55 stat stream a little more, and that pretty much clears it up. I believe I just did it with, what is that, 100 and... Let's take a look, right? Please wait for future updates. We're done. And it is... Oh, yeah, it's gotcha ticket to purchase. We're not going to do that. We did it at 113k CP. So no problem, guys. I'll show you guys, obviously, the setup in the beginning of the video. Enjoy. Good luck. Get out there. Kill them. I hope you guys get all these 30 extra fragments for level 55 when it comes up. You're going to need it, especially as free to play. All right, guys. It's Pain. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.